APC is gaslighting Nigerians to accept the 900 naira per litre petrol increase. If it's 897 naira, 900, all not the same. Now, Dangote will be producing almost 25 million liters of petrol, and NNPC, the failed agency, will be the sole buyer and supplier and determiner of price. NNPC that could not tell us how much profit they have made over the years. NLC that have destroyed our refineries. NLC that have destroyed the economy are the ones that will only have access to Dangote's refinery. They have made their meeting. They have struck a deal. They have agreed on how they will begin to loot all the monies and make sure that they pay the $6.5 billion they are owing international companies. NLC, before our eyes, lied to Nigerians that they made a profit of 3-something trillion naira, and all of a sudden, international companies came out to tell us that NNPC is owing $6.5 billion. The crude that they are selling to international companies will pay them for the crude. But when these international companies blend or refine our petrol and bring it back into Nigeria, the funds that they sell to marketers pay to NNPC. Where is the money? Why do you still owe international bodies? Why do you still owe them? Is it that when they give you crude oil or petrol that is being refined, when they bring in refined, you don't pay them? So when you supply to marketers, is it that marketers don't pay you? Where is the money that we are asking? Where is the money that we are looking for $6.5 billion? So an agency that lied to Nigerians, that deceived Nigerians, that manipulated Nigerians, has turned back after they called Dangote refinery all sorts of names, that it is inferior and what have you. Plus APC supporters and influencers, they abuse Dangote, that is a monopoly and whatever. Now they have turned back to say, they have abandoned, after doing a bad business with their international partners. They have abandoned the international partners. They are focused on Dangote. Dangote will give you crude oil that they didn't want to give before, crude oil that they were hiding before. You see, Nigerians are taking a lot of mess. Nigerians are one of the docile and very stupid people we have on the platform of the earth. NNPC will be the only one that will have access to Dangote refinery. They will be the only one that will distribute it, and they will be the ones that will determine the price. So when you look at an Agbado APC supporter, ask that person the question. Anytime you have a conversation with an APC reporter or supporter, ask that person the question. Now that Dangote has started producing petrol, all of a sudden he started producing petrol. All of a sudden they started sending him crude oil within 3 days. Dangote is saying there's nothing. All of a sudden there's a U-turn, there's an agreement, and probably today Dangote will be supplying crude oil to the market through NNPC. So the question is, will this bring down the price of petrol? Will this give us enough forex to save? Will this make sure that Nigerians are buying petrol cheap? That is a capital no. From now to next year, 2 years on the line, it will not bring down the price of petrol. I am not an economist, but I am not a stupid person. Me, I get sense. I don't follow this trend for a very long time. The fact that Dangote or Port Harcourt refinery is going to start producing will not bring down the price of whatever. So far, you see, it will not bring down the price. If you have an alternative, look at all this, you can do that on the comment section and educate us on how Dangote refining will bring down the price of petrol. I'm going somewhere. Tinubu came out and said subsidy is gone. At the end of the day, you don't explain to Nigerians what you mean by subsidy is gone. You have so many media aids, you leave us in the dark, and people are having all sort of speculations that yes, you are still paying subsidy. You kept quiet, you're not addressing Nigerians. Look at the American government. At every point in time, at every given opportunity, they address the American citizens. Journalists come from all walks of lives, and they ask questions and they engage the people. You don't engage anybody. You just did your thing, came out and said subsidy is gone. All of a sudden, we found out that you are still paying subsidy, and you even pay one of the highest subsidy on earth. APC influencers, APC Ronu, they came out and they were looking for a way to gaslight Nigerians in order to tell Nigerians that he meant that subsidy is being paid to this person, to that person, to offset a backlog and whatever. You are explaining badadash. You are explaining rubbish. From subsidy is gone, okay, since subsidy is gone, availability of petrol, at least, we started with 400 naira. Since your subsidy gone, from 400 naira, we saw an increase. Anytime there's going to be an increase, you see there will be scarcity. So that is the Nigerian thing for you. Anytime you see there's scarcity, expect an increase. Just like what happened within 2 months. Scarcity of petrol. Now we are pegging petrol at 900 naira. So from 400 we got to 650. From 650, you see, terrible people. You have the Minister of Petroleum, that is the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have the GMD, that is Emele Kyari. These people are of questionable character. You cannot put these people in positions of power and not expect this kind of result. The most important thing, because since democracy over 25 years ago, they have been speaking all sort of English, blowing all sort of grammar for us. Yet at the end of the day, nothing changes for the Nigerian people. No difference, no improvement in economy, no improvement in lifestyle, no dividends. Nigerians are the ones still suffering with all their English. You want to come and blow grammar for Nigerians and expect Nigerians to accept the grammar while your predecessors have blown the same grammar, even much more than you. Yet the intention is to loot and steal and acquire oil wells and everything. Why would the president want to become Minister of Petroleum? Why? We've heard that Orlando Ajib, they are acquiring assets under this regime within 1 year. How Malta was able to blend and also send crude oil, got monies from Nigeria in billions of dollars under this APC. We have 4 refineries, and these 4 refineries are not working. People, APC and whatever are coming under to rejoice that somebody's private refinery is working, and the government is struggling to make sure that that man stands on his feet. The man came out and he paraphed everybody, say, I'm not afraid to die. He made one of the biggest exposure that an investigative journalist would have done, and they would have not believed him. He said, somebody is blending our crude oil from Malta. It is Dangote that told us that something is happening in Malta. When he yari for them, they had to adjust to make sure that they align with him, which he is now going to be refining our crude oil. I'm coming. You see, at different stages, they have been lying consistently. When they lie, they bring their influencers and their supporters, APC supporters, to make sure that they gaslight you. They work on your mentality. They know that Nigerians are mugu and mumu. Whether the person is a professor, whether the person has BSc, whether the person is a master's degree holder, whether the person is an imam, whether the person is a pastor, whether the person is an entrepreneur, they know that Nigerians are mugu. Big time mugu. You are rejoicing that Dangote refinery is refining as an ordinary Nigerian. The questions you are supposed to ask are there. You're not asking the questions. Would this bring down the price of fuel? Would this be sustainable? Those interests, those are our politicians that have blending or refineries outside of Nigeria that have been over the years bringing refinery petrol into Nigeria, They have been enriching themselves. Those cabals, will they allow Dangote refinery enjoy this little favor for long? I'm very sure that this is not going to bring down the price of petrol, which is the most important things that Nigerians are looking at now. After you say that Dangote is useless and everything, at the end of the day, you have stolen and stolen and stolen the monies that these guys have been giving to you, NNPC, because you cannot account for $6.5 billion. You did not tell us that you are owing international whatever, blending or refinery or whoever. You did not tell us that you are owing these guys $6.5 billion, but you came to tell us that you made profit of 3.3 trillion naira. This is what we talk about criminals. You give power to criminals, that is what you get. No accountability, no transparency, no integrity. The country cannot move forward with this kind of people. See, no matter the kind of progress you think that these people are making, you as a Nigerian will not get the full benefits that you are supposed to get. Imagine an APC supporter says, so far that fuel is being sold for 900 naira per liter, and so far it is going to be stable. When they remove subsidy, why wasn't the supply of crude oil stable? Why did it have to come from 400 to 650 naira? Then from 650 naira to 897 naira or 900. Why were they not able to, at that point, sustain the crude oil availability all over the country? It is because of the corruption. They steal and they steal, and they are not tired of stealing. Ndume told us who they are. These people are people that steal for just any opportunity they have. They steal. They are corrupt people. They are not supposed to be in power. You don't plant evil and expect good. That is one thing I am tired of APC supporters and APC influencers on social media. You are coming to gaslight Nigerians. You can't gaslight Nigerians. We know the plan, we know the game. In fact, even if APC under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu brings down the price of fuel to 400 naira, he has not tried, he has not done anything. They have been in power for a longer time. They have decided that our refineries will not work. They have mortgaged our crude oil, our reserves. They have mortgaged it. Imagine a Buhari using our crude oil to borrow money up front. Crude oil, we will never drill from ground. Buhari carry am go use borrow money. Person will print 21 trillion naira. Somebody we're not supposed to be ordinary local government chairman or even a headmaster or a principal of a school. Now we carry go proof of power. We vote and proof of power. And some people come and say, during Buhari time, we did not criticize him. And when it's Tinubu time, don't criticize him. And these are the people that are living with us, breathing with us. You are seeing people are losing their respect as fathers, as breadwinners. People are contemplating suicide because of your stupid and evil way of life. And most of these people go to church. They are pastors, they are deacons. They call on the name of the Lord. You don't know you are not godly, you are evil. Evil people, that's what you are. So we should settle down for 900 naira per liter. We are going to save Forex every month, $600 million Forex. Are you okay? How are you going to save Forex? Are you going to be selling crude? Are you going to export crude? Let's come clear on this. If you don't know anything, don't just come and tell us anything. If you are going to be exporting crude, NNPC, tell us we are exporting so amount of crude, because that's the only way you are going to get Forex. You are going to get Forex. If you sell your crude, you get dollars. You get cash. You can use to stabilize your economy and make sure that you fight the dollar, naira dominance. We are not expecting, we are not depending. There's a difference between we send crude oil and we import. If we are only sending crude oil, then we can get. But we are sending our crude oil to Dangote. We are not being told whether we are exporting crude oil. Because even if you are exporting crude oil, we are expecting to even import. The importers themselves, they don't yari for us, say we owe them 6.5 billion naira. Who is the person that did not pay? Did NNPC tell us that there was a point in time that did not carry their money, the Nigerian money, to pay for something that they got? Did they tell us? That's why NNPC have refused to be audited for a very long time. And you have a president, he's the Minister of Petroleum, and somebody said, Tinubu's regime will favor me and my family. Let Tinubu regime favor, let the indices of Tinubu's regime be found in your family. The indices, the policies, let it replicate in your family, those that are saying such. Because of party, tribe, and ethnicity, you just want to support evil. Evil, if you support evil, you are not, it's not about tribe. Evil is about your personality. You are evil. Whether you're Igbo, outside Yoruba, if you are supporting evil, evil is in you, not that it's a tribe. That's why when I'm surprised people are attaching the Yoruba to Tinubu. Have you met Yoruba people? Have you met Yoruba people that are upright? Have you met Yoruba people that stand or look at these guys that are guys that have been arrested, that protested? Most of them are Yoruba. Most of our investigative journalists, most of them are Yoruba, standing against this government. Most of them are Yoruba. They are being persecuted by this government for standing and supporting the people. If you are going through anything, any subjugation by the government, you have Yoruba lawyers that are willing to give you free. You have Femi Falana, Deji Adeyanju, and the likes, and many of them. So don't attach a Tinubu to Yoruba people. It is your loss if you attach him. If you want, those that are good should start speaking up. Some people are speaking up. People are suffering. People, they don't have access to basic amenities. Even I was in a bus yesterday. APC people were regretting and cursing the president. Bitter curse. Somebody said that he wished that Tinubu would just sleep and not wake up again. APC, Yoruba, not missing words. People are wishing evil for the president because these guys, they came by manipulation, propaganda, and lies. They will live by it. You cannot rule Nigeria by just you cannot rule Nigeria and get Nigeria working with manipulation, lies, and propaganda. You know you're lying. You came out and you published it. You spend late night to start fabricating lies. You can tell the Nigerian people because of you are a thief. You are corrupt and you are stealing from Nigerians. You are stealing. 900 naira per liter. Anything that has to do with petrol increase is affecting the commodities. It's affecting the commodities. It is going to be much more difficult. Somebody said student loan. Student loan. You know, 419. You increase school fees as you entered. You increase school fees. You should have allowed people paying their normal. A man earning 100,000 naira and he's going to school. Let's use that. 100,000 and he's going to school. His school fees is, in a year, he will have, I think, 1.2 million. And he goes to a school and his school fee is 200,000. You get per session, 200,000 per session. And if Tinubu came in and increased the school fees to 400,000, and he now said student loan of 50,000. Watch. A loan, he increased by 100%, so extra 200,000 is being added to your school fee. Then they are telling you that we are going to give you 50,000 loan, and they are bragging about a loan that you will repay. They have technically delayed your suffering by 25%. They added 200,000 naira burden on you and loaned you 50,000. You are going to still pay extra 150,000 increase. Why didn't they allow you start continue paying your 200,000 naira school fees jejeje before they carry this their voodoo economics and evil agenda, lie and manipulative agenda. Add They use trick to add 200,000 naira to your, and they are blabbing and shouting about student loan. Student loan that cannot offset your school fees. You are saying student loan. Why don't you give them student loan that can offset the whole school fee? Go to your state to come and do student loan. Don't say that Tinubu is working with all this calculation of thievery and corruption. Imagine. Now, your salary has not been increased. Everything is costly in the market. Transportation, fuel has increased. Electricity, everything is high. You cannot cope. What about renewed hope? What have we been telling you? If I say the Igbos have been making the right choice since 19 Gogoro, when we had democracy, you start thinking it's about tribalism. I'm not a tribal person. No. If you're a tribal person, whether you're Igbo outside, I will blast you straight. I'm not a tribal person. I understudied trends. You have been making the wrong choice and you are unwilling to make the right choice. And what even defeats me is that somebody said it is better we suffer under Tinubu than have a P2B as president. So shall it be.